Coming up on Cannabis Coast to Coast News this week and next week with Alaina Pinto, another professional basketball player playing internationally gets raided and arrested in Indonesia. Jarred Shaw received 132 cannabis edibles from Thailand in the mail. Now, Shaw had been playing in that country since 2022, and he now faces life in prison or even the death penalty. In his home state of Texas, a ban on all intoxicating hemp products is now on its way to the full House for a final vote. If passed, and it is expected to do so, basically it bans all THCA products in the state. And the nation's largest state hemp industry has been dealt a business-crushing regulation now that basically shuts down the estimated $6 billion industry. Terry Hinkle will have more in his hemp report next week. The Government Accountability Office, or GAU, which is part of the DOGE, they've been called upon by House and Senate Republicans to do an internal audit of federally issued work credit cards. There are reports that there are over 4.6 million cards in use, and many have been used to purchase, get this, high-risk products and services including massage parlors, babysitting, fortune-telling, and yes, cannabis sales at dispensaries. Get this, in the over 4 million active credit card accounts in the U.S., that's nearly double the number of federal employees. And in California, one of the largest cannabis raids ever nets over $120 million of illicit cannabis products. That was the result of over 71 search warrants that were served and over 100,000 plants seized. All that and our international reports in Canada and Europe on Cannabis Coast to Coast News this week and then on next week's June 2nd with Alaina Pinto.
I'm Ben Stevens, the editor of Business of Cannabis, with this week's European report for Cannabis Coast to Coast News. Portuguese police have launched a major crackdown on an international criminal gang, accused of exploiting loopholes in the country's medical cannabis laws to illegally export millions of pounds worth of product. Earlier this week, authorities carried out 64 raids across mainland Portugal, the island of Madeira, as part of Operation Evredanina. The investigation, which began in 2022, has so far led to the seizure of 7.3 tonnes of cannabis, over 400,000 euros in cash, 12 vehicles, 11 firearms, and the arrest of 5 individuals. The Portuguese Judicial Police, working closely with their Spanish counterparts, say the gang purchased licensed pharmaceutical companies and created wholesale cannabis businesses as a front, then used false documents to traffic thousands of kilos of cannabis to illicit markets. Raids were also conducted beyond Portugal, with 6 taking place in Spain, 1 in Bulgaria and 1 in Cyprus. Portugal is the world's second largest cultivator of cannabis after Canada. Dozens of licensed operators grow, manufacture and distribute cannabis products legally, and many are now voicing their concern over the potential damage this could do to the sector's credibility. Curaleaf International, which has a large presence in the country, welcomed the enforcement action. Its head, Juan Martinez, said the operation helps protect responsible operators and preserve the credibility of the sector, adding that their facilities were not searched and continue to meet all regulatory standards. Portugal's National Medicines Authority, Infarmed, has yet to comment, but with investigations ongoing and more arrests suspected, the industry is bracing for further fallout. That's all from me this week. I'm Ben Stevens, the editor of Business of Cannabis, reporting for Cannabis Coast to Coast News.
This is Debi Facey with the Canadian Coast to Coast Cannabis News Report. So what we have in Canada this week is a survey that was done throughout 2025 when it came to most of our budtenders' wages. Most of them have been complaining due to the fact that they find that they are first responders and they deserve a larger salary. Most of these budtenders are making around $17 to $22 an hour. That is 77% over the average Ontarian wage. Personally, for myself, especially working in the industry from 2016, a wage like that is huge. And I'm not saying that it's not deserving, but at the same time, that is something that should be appreciated, I personally find, especially coming from $13 an hour to $17 to $26. Hopefully we're able to work together and find something where they can still appreciate their job and their position and the need that they are in for the industry, especially when it comes to our customers. This is something that obviously everyone has their own opinion about, but being in the industry for so long, I do feel as if this is something that is a little bit concerning due to we should be looking more after our customers and not our pockets. Secondly, we have the Grow Up conference, which is coming in May 26th, May 27th here in Toronto, Ontario. It started in 2017, and it has been a great way for people to network, meet industry leaders, attend different attending different panels, but at the same time also be able to meet people that are along the same lines as yourself. This is something that is awesome. I love it. I've been going almost every year. So if you guys are going to be coming to Grow Up in Toronto this week, holla at me. This is Debi Facey with the Canadian Coast to Coast Cannabis News Report. Peace.